Pacific Gold.
Explosive Matter wins the Colonial easily.
Welcome to PA Harness Week. We say we are proudly harness racing's fastest pace half hour. Is that true? Well, if you're a regular viewer of this show, you know that is true. Isn't that right, darling?
I always agree with you.
Thank you much. I'm Steve and Heather, because this week I'm feeling particularly large. Do I sound large to you or look large at all?
You're you and me this week?
Yeah.
Well, I know there's no Susan or Sharla.
Yes, there's not. However, Sharla has a great feature on the Standarbred Retirement Foundation. We'll take a tour of that place in Jersey, and this is where they put the old war horses, like where we will eventually go, hopefully in the not too near future. So stick around for that. We'll get to that later. Well, this is the middle of the summer. What does that mean aside from being stiflingly hot? It means harness racing is in its halcyon days. I'm talking about big time. This is where all the big races take place, and this is the place where you can get them each and every week. If I'm lying, I'm dying. So without any further ado, because it gets sloppy if we do that, here is Heather, and she'll cover the first race. There was a bunch of Reynolds races that took place at Mohegan Sun and Pocono Downs, and Heather's got the foist.
Okay, yes. We're going to start things out with 3-year-old Colton Gelding Pacers, first just over 26 grand. Number 4 is Roadside Delight. It's the better's choice here. Been a big force in the New York Sire Stakes. And then the 3 is Reckless Rick. He's coming off a win at the Meadowlands. And number 5, Dana's Sharp Smart, has Hall of Famer Dave Palone in the bike. Dana's Sharp Smart was super sharp, coming out of the gate, setting off the first teletimer in 26 and 4, ends up getting a perfect trip behind Reckless Rick. Now Dana's Sharp Smart, I don't know why they named this horse this. I don't know why I end up with the tongue twisters on the show.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
I'm not going to try. Okay, this horse wins by a head in 151 and 1. Something for Doc was rolling the last quarter, ends up getting second. Reckless Rick was 3rd. All right, what's really unusual about this is that George Knapp was driving. Why is it unusual he finished 3rd? Because Georgie Knapp had 8 winners on this one card.
How does he do that?
He's amazing. And let me just make another mention. He had 8, Dave Palone had 4 on this card, and Matt McCallie had 3. Like 3 drivers pretty much won the whole card that night. So
they had 16 races, 15 were won by 3 guys, and the other race was won by Tyler Buter. Hello?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Something like that. I'm not a mathematician. Okay.
One race later, another Reynolds heat. This was the 11th, and it was for 3-year-old Colton Gelding Trotters. Number 1, Magnum Kosmos, was 2-5, but he wasn't alone. You know why? Because he had Dave Palone. Magnum Kosmos got away second, but Palone wanted the front. So he pulled on the right line. He got him there, took the front, just past the quarter, and aired by 8 lengths in 154 flat. Buffalino Hanover, who must have felt like Sham chasing Secretariat. By the way, is that reference too old now? Because Secretariat was a great horse, but I realized it was 1973, and you were born in...
78.
Take a guess if you're not
88.
sure.
Let me just say, a reference to Secretariat is never too old. No way. Go with it.
So there's no time restriction on that? Okay. Number 7, Big Sky Storm, off at 34-1 with Jimmy Pants, broke at the start, then closed well and got 3rd. Now we go back to Friday for another Reynolds heat, and with that, here is Heather.
Okay, $21,000 purse here, 2-year-old Pacing Fillies. It was an evening with a sloppy track, but Marty Party didn't let the weather rain on her parade. She takes command by the half-mile pole, wins in 154 and 3. As the 3-5 favorite, All Alone, Dave Palone, as you mentioned earlier, lived up to his name as he was 4 lengths ahead of the field at the wire. Early Go Hanover was 2nd, and Halle Galley took 3rd.
Well, see, I just came back from Boston this past weekend, where you pack the car and have it, yacht, not too far from the yacht. Anyway, they would have pronounced the winner of that race as not Marty Party, but Matty Patty. And that horse is trained by Joe Holloway, a legendary name in this business.
Also a Delaware native, I might add.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will head to Harris Chester for some great action that you won't want to miss. Don't go away.
We will see. He's going to push the pace, and Foiled Again is not far off, 1.5 lengths in 3rd.
Okay, Sunday here at Harris Chester was a condition pace for winners over $25,000 lifetime series horseflesh. Number 2, Delmarvalous, with a Delmarvalous connection from Delaware. George Teague with Brian Sears was the 7-5 chalk. Number 4, the Mohegan Pan, which sounds like something they cook with in the kitchen of Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs, was 3-2 with Timmy Tetrick. And number 3, Cinderella Guy with Dave Miller was 5-1. And here is James with that call.
The Mohegan Pan's got pressure now. Delmarvalous is up within a neck of the lead on the outside and pushing the pace pretty hard. 3 of Spades tracks live cover to be a joint third with the pocket-sitting Shuby's Place. Cinderella Guy had room to float to the outside. He did just that. He's 3.5 off the lead with inside a quarter to go. Mainland Key, Red Blinkers is saving. Ground Arduous is behind excess cover. And Blue Ridge Western is skimming the pegs from last. 6 lengths behind leaders the Mohegan Pan and Delmarvalous, who battled past 3 quarters in 122 flat. Now the field turns for home, and Delmarvalous has the upper hand on the Mohegan Pan. Delmarvalous kicks away by a length. Shuby's Place driven up the open stretch late on the scene. 3 of Spades and Cinderella Guy. Delmarvalous wins.
Delmarvalous did it the hard way, coming first up, got up to beat Cinderella Guy for second, and it was an exciting race. The race went in 1:49.3, which is real racehorse time. And then a couple of races later, there was another big race here at Harris Chester, 70 grand on the line, and with that, here's Heather.
That's right. Open handicap here. So many good horses in this one. I can't say that slow enough, can I? Okay, We Will See is supposed to be the best horse in this race because he's a signpost 8, right? Well, the bettors think he's the best as well. Then there's number 2, Mac Raider, been super good lately. A tough class, but he's just so tough to overlook in here. And then at number 6 is Foiled Again. He's already made almost $500,000 this year. First couple of months, he was the one to beat in this division.
We Will See is going to push the pace, and Foiled Again is not far off, 1.5 lengths in third. Then comes Mac Raider, who's protecting pylon position. He is 4th and 3 lengths from the front. 2 more to Dial or No Dial, 1 3/4 lengths more to Jeremy's Successor, and 2 off last of all is Blatantly Good. He's 9 lengths off the battle up front between Liz Again and We Will See. We Will See a 1/2 length in front coming to the top of the stretch first time, and they battled through a 26 and 1 first quarter. We Will See had to work to clear Liz Again, who now yields to the pocket. Foiled Again is a close-up third with a lap to go. Mac Raider is 4th and floating to the outside. He's 4th from the front. Dial or No Dial tracks cover into the bridge turn. Jeremy's Successor is 3rd over, now ducking back to the pegs. Jeremy's Successor 5 lengths from the lead with over a 1/2 mile remaining. Blatantly Good floats wide from the back of the pack. He's got 6 to make up, and We Will See to catch. 54 and 3 the 1/2 mile. Across the bridge and onto the backstretch, We Will See's under pressure. Mac Raider is 1st over and a 1/2 length from the lead. Liz Again is locked in the box. Dial or No Dial, well spotted, 2nd over. He's 2 off the lead with 3/8 to go. Foiled Again is jammed in at the pegs. Wide of that, Blatantly Good's 3.5 adrift. His cover begins to worsen, and Jeremy's Successor is last, 5 behind We Will See, who's holding Mac Raider at bay. We Will See back a length in front, past 3/4 in 1:21 and 3. 3/16 from home. We Will See still a length to the good. Mac Raider leveled off a bit in the breeze. Dial or No Dial has switched 3 wide. Liz Again awaits the open stretch. Blatantly Good's gearing up 4 wide, but 3 off the lead. At the 8th pole, We Will See finally turned aside Mac Raider, and now We Will See kicks clear. We Will See 2 in front from Liz Again up the inside. Foiled Again with late pace.
We Will See wins with Ron Pearson, 149 and 2. Now, he went faster in the Ben Franklin final last week, but honestly, I think this mile was a better effort. He really had to do a lot of work on the front, and I was really impressed with this mile. Liz Again benefited from a good trip. He took the place spot, and then 3rd went to Foiled Again.
Now with Sunday's 11th, another condition pace. Here's Heather.
All right, purse is 30 grand in this one. Imagine this, George Napolitano winning. So that's an easy request, right? But winning as the longest shot on the board, why did he go off at 24 to 1? I don't know, but he did with Winsmith Art. He drives this horse from last to first in a 150-3 win and pays $49.40. By the way, earlier in the card, George had a $22 winner as well. And I want to mention Tim Tetrick on the same card had a $22 winner. What up?
What up? Go figure. And you know, probably an explanation for that would be this driver colony is so tough and so rich and so full of talent that you can get a great driver to pay an amazing price.
Absolutely.
Did that explain it pretty well? You're welcome.
Great.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, our lovely Sharla McBride went to the Standarbred Retirement Foundation in New Jersey. It's an interesting piece. You'll want to stick around for that. Don't go away.